Oh, Netflix. Oh, Netflix. Whoa, whoa, whoa is Netflix. Jupiter's Legacy is cancelled, basically. It will not be coming back for a season 2, at the very least for now, anyway. And I thought I'd take this opportunity to really talk about Netflix and how they approach some of the series that they push out there. Because ultimately, Jasper Cameo, ultimately, ladies and gents, you know, it's very difficult to start getting into series when Netflix just shit cans them like that. And then they keep the most ridiculous stuff going. Now, I'm not saying Jupiter's Legacy deserved a second season. I thought it was fine. Like, I would have watched a second season. I think it had the potential to be, you know, worthwhile moving forwards. But it was actually #1 worldwide for a really long time. So what is Netflix judging, you know, how they're going to move forwards with series when you've got something which was top rated on Netflix worldwide for about a week, only to get shit canned? Like, what are they actually using as their metrics, their barometer of quality? It's baffling. Absolutely baffling. And as a result of that, I actually, you know, as a result of hearing Jupiter's Legacy was canned, I was like, oh my god. I've gotten into another series recently, which was Snowpiercer. I was like, I hope we're getting a third season of that, because that'll ruin my day. That'll piss in my Cheerios. So yeah, we're here to talk about Jupiter's Legacy being cancelled. Now, like I said, I thought the first season was fine. Like, it had a lot of problems. It sort of struggled to find its feet, I think, in that first season. But once it found them, it was all right. And I do think that there was potential moving forwards for the show. So this came out from Mark Millar, or millarworld, over on Twitter. And it said, I'm really proud of what the team achieved with Jupiter's Legacy and the amazing work everyone did on that Origin season. Which I think it may be the problem, but it was still rated. It was top rated. I've been asked a lot about what we're planning next with this world, and the answer is to see what the supervillains are getting up to. I've always loved crime stories from Scorsese to Tarantino, and supervillains are always the most fun part of any superhero story. To do something exclusively focused on the villains they fight just feels incredibly fresh as we explore what it's like to be a bad guy in a world crawling with good guys who want to put you in jail. Jupiter's Legacy is a vast and rich space with lots of characters to mine, and so I'm happy to share that our next step here is a live-action version of the Super Crooks comic I created with Lenil Francis Yu, or Lenai, a few years back. Given where we're going next, and this is so that sounds great because you're like, oh cool, Jupiter's Legacy, the team will be back. No, not at all. Given where we're going next, we've made the tough call of letting our incredible cast out of their show commitment as we continue to thoroughly develop all realms of Jupiter's Legacy saga. We're confident we'll return to it later, and just want to say thanks to you guys for the continued support and to the cast and crew who made this look so great. We're confident we'll return to it later? If you're not going to return to something that was top rated worldwide for like a week, what? You're not going to return to that to pump out a second season? They're not coming back to this. This is done. This is completely done. And it is baffling. I really don't understand it. Again, it's that whole thing. It was top rated worldwide for a week. You can hate it, you can think it's garbage, whatever. But what is Netflix using as their barometer? Like, seriously, what are they actually using as their measurement, their yardstick of quality here? And this is the overall tweets here, you know. Some big news from us on what's coming up next in live action from Millarworld. Peeps. And he does say at the end, note, Super Crooks will appear first as an anime series. Did it just cost too much? Was that what it was? Did Jupiter's Legacy cost too much? So anyway, that'll come as an anime series from Studio Bones later this year. That's it. So not a surprise that you're not going to be getting the Jupiter's Legacy cast back, because they've really clamped down on the production budget. And this is the inherent issue with Netflix. They release so much stuff, and a lot of the good stuff just falls by the wayside. They keep renewing trash, like arguably trash. but then they also have, you know, certain bits and pieces which are, you know, middling, or at the very least, should I say, at the very least, it has the potential to be quality moving further down the line, and then they just can them, and you're like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here? Now, like I say, maybe it just costs too much. Maybe it just costs too much, but you've got all of the costumes, you've got the sets, you haven't just, hopefully, Jesus Christ, hopefully you haven't destroyed them. So for a second season, it would have brought the cost down a considerable amount. Who is running Netflix with these bad decisions? And again, I'm not sitting here saying that it was a great show. I would have happily watched the second season because it was at least intriguing. And I would have hopefully thought that, you know, moving past the origin season, it would have got, you know, pushed on to a little bit more quality. But it looked alright. Some of the prosthetics sucked, some of the costumes sucked, but all in all, like, it was alright. As Netflix stuff go, it wasn't bad. So it's just strange. But again, this goes back to the inherent issue with Netflix on a whole, is why would anyone get into a season? A first season of what? Something that's just going to get cancelled next season. And again, I'm sure this is probably what a lot of people do now with Netflix, is they wait until there's at least 2 seasons to watch it. Because they're like, why would I want to get into something, get invested in characters, get invested in a narrative, a story, only for it to be cancelled? Real bad. Bad business model, Netflix. And I bet you anything, millarworld is pretty annoyed with this as well. Because they're going to be making money from these things. And yeah, that's their sort of gravy train cancelled for a little bit. So it's a shame. But it is actually a shame. So what did you guys think? What did you guys think of Jupiter's Legacy? What do you think about this news of it basically just being cancelled? Do you think this is good news, bad news? Please do let me know down below, because I'd be curious. I would genuinely be curious to hear it, whether you think it's good news or bad news here. And FYI, like, are you one of these people that doesn't watch a first season of something on Netflix because of this? Because on the tweet from Mark Miller, you know, Millarworld's tweet, there are people just literally saying, yeah, I don't do this, I don't do that. A season on Netflix is now like this, this, and this, because they just get cancelled, etc., etc. And I think there'll be a lot more people than what Netflix actually realises. So let me know your personal thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. If you stayed this long and you are new, and even if you're not new, you enjoyed the video, so please do hit that thumbs up button. Thank you all so much, though. Take care.